Hello, everybody. This is Sheridan Ann Gay, and I am at the park in the state of Texas. And how many of you know did y'all's phones go out today? Well, I have AT&T, and my phone didn't go out today. And the reason that I have the phone turned around right now is so that you can be able to hear me because of this wind in the background. And, I'm just wanting y'all to see some scenery right now if I can get it. But, yeah, right now, I just want to kind of talk with y'all, just kind of walk around and let y'all walk with me, and y'all can see some beautiful scenery. And today's topic is talking about the telephone service. And I have my thoughts on it. And they never really did. AT&T, T-Mobile, where all of the cell phones, there was no cell phone service. You couldn't dial anybody unless you were in a place that had wireless internet. So, the point I'm trying to make on this is, has anybody ever thought about what we would do if the whole system went down? We couldn't have cell phones, we couldn't have internet, and everything that we do electronically and things that we depend on daily go down. Like if the machines quit working all at once and you couldn't pay for parts. And believe it or not, I used to work for Walmart, and that actually did happen, where people had to use cash or actually write a check because they didn't have cards to pay. And what I'm saying about that is, with each generation from World War II to now, and even back then, it seems that our cultures are always defined based upon the technology. And it's like all of our lives revolved around it. Like right now, I'm doing a video, I'm just walking, but what if I didn't have this? Well, my life would still go on. What if I lived in the 40s? And what if I lived from that time period on? Well, I can tell you the technology would be coming in. I'd be dealing with telephones, indoor plumbing, radios. I probably wouldn't have a TV right away until around the 50s. But the point is, I would survive. Okay? However we had to live, however we had to adapt in any situation, we adapt. We are creatures. We are humans. We adapt to survive. So that's how God made us. God made us to adapt to different situations so that we can survive. And, yes, things would be chaotic if we didn't have any of those services. But if we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have computers, we didn't have internet, our services went down. It may take time, but we would survive. We would survive, and we would thrive in the environment. Because long ago, as I have previously said, 1940s, 1950s, 1930s, 1920s, when all of this stuff that we take for granted now comes in, what did people use to communicate? They used mail. They wrote a lot of letters. And I've studied this. they've had telegram services too. So what I'm saying is, when things like that happen, it's not the end of the world. Because God made us to adapt to thrive. Now, some of this technology can get quite scary, to be honest. Especially in our cell phones that have the location system of a GPS. They can automatically locate you. And I think there was one day a long time ago, not a long time ago, but a few years ago, when the government took over and overrode our telephones to turn on and off, and they did a big test on it to turn on our phones to make the sound. And then today, we had no telephone service. And it makes one think, what if there is an attack on our systems? What if it was that? People can question things, and I'm just going to use the conspiracy theory here. What if a foreign country attacked our stuff cyberly, meaning a cyber attack? And what if it was a dry run for something else to come later on? Now, I'm going to use the word conspiracy theory very tightly and very loosely, because you never know anymore. The thing is that we do have to be prepared. Don't live in fear, but be prepared. For God's sakes, get to know people around you. Get to know your neighbors. Have a network of people in your life so that if anything does go wrong, you can actually just go up to somebody's house and knock on the door, okay? Because sometimes with this technology, from what I have seen, and I've been guilty of it myself, like I'm talking to you right now, and I don't have anybody else to talk to, is we lean into our phones. Our phones are in our faces all the time. And with that being said, it comes to question that sometimes it's good to just put away your cell phones and look at each other if you're with a group of people and talk to each other. Or, in my case, I just put up the phone, not look at my phone, but I'm talking to you through a video, and that's what I'm doing right now. But I just wanted to make this point that no matter what happens, if our satellites are shot down for any reason, conspiracy theory here, but we never know anymore what's going on. Okay, I've studied World War II, 1940s enough, and a lot of the technology that we have, like in the military, the drones that we use, do you know the Germans had that technology first? And they were actually testing it out they were testing the drones out when they bombed London using those weapons. But they did not call them drones back then. They were like robotic bombs. That's what a drone is. And it was remote control. Yeah. They had all that stuff. Germany actually had all of that stuff and was testing it out. So, if you ever want to listen to a video, the best one I can tell you to listen to is Operation Paperclip on YouTube. Let's just say there's a lady that done her research, and it's about what the government did after World War II and how a lot of the Germans that were supposed to be convicted of war crimes, they actually came over here change their names and work for the government because they had the technology the U.S. government wanted. True story. Operation Paperclip. Look it up on YouTube. But to get back into the subject, God made us to adapt. He made us to adapt and to thrive. We survive, we adapt to situations, we survive, and then we find a way to thrive. Alright, this is about all that I have to say right now. And I hope that y'all can hear me. But I hope y'all enjoyed your little walk with me today. Bye-bye.